Okay. Good morning to one and all. So, coming to the fifth session of digital signal processing, I welcome you all. Today, we will discuss about the another method to find out the discrete Fourier transform using. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Very good morning to one and all. Welcome you all for the fifth session of digital signal processing. Today we will going to discuss another method in order to find out the discrete Fourier transform DFT signal. That is by using the linear transformation method. In the previous class, we could able to understand how to find out the discrete Fourier transform, that is DFT, using a fundamental formula. Now today we will try to alter the formula in such a way that is it possible to obtain the DFT using linear transformation method. So the agenda of this class is to understand how to transform a given equation in the form of linear transformation method, and how to find out a given sequence x of n, how to find out the DFT of a x of n using linear transformation method. So let us start this session, guys. So I want full concentration of my students. In between, if you have any doubts, please let me know. And whenever I ask the question, I want a response from you guys so that I can able to understand that you are able to following me. Okay. Okay. Please acknowledge me once you start seeing my screen here. Okay. Can you able to see my screen, guys? Yes, guys. Uh, in the last class, let me write the equation for DFT once again here. Okay. So the DFT equation is, so x of k is equal to summation n runs from 0 to n minus 1 x of n into wn to the power of kn, where k runs from 0 comma 1 and it move up to n minus 1. So guys, when k equal to 0, how do I write this? X of 0, right? And now, so this is where the vertical way, this is k equal to 0, k equal to 1, that is where we try to find out the capital X of k, and the inner for loop or inner loop is with respect to summation, and this summation is with respect to small n value, right? So that is where x of 0, I'll put n equal to 0 first. So the n point DFT I'm considering, so let us keep this n itself, and in this case k is also 0 and value of n is also 0, plus next value I'll put n equal to 1 here in the summation. So x of 1 sequence I will take wn, and the value of k is still 0, but the value of small n is 1 in this case. So I'm try to understand, I'm putting k is 0. In k is 0, again the value of small n leads from 0 to n minus 1, right? So similarly, the next sequence is x of 2 wn right? So the still the capital value k is 0 and n value is 2, and this continues. Fine. So what will be the last value? What will be the last value? That is nothing but x of n minus 1 sequence Wn. The k value is still 0, but the small n value is last value is n minus 1, right? So now this is the first sequence. This is how we calculated in the previous class. Okay, if I want to go for second sequence, I put k equal to 1. I put k equal to 1, and now x of 1 value is going to be calculated in such a way that once again I'll put a n value 0, first sequence n equal to 0, wn, the value of k is 1, the value of n is 0, that is first sequence, right? So next is x of 1, again wn. See, I'm trying to make a generalized formula here, so that's why I took n point dft here. So my n point dft, later on if you are going for 4 point dft, I think my screen is not visible once again. Okay.
So, screen recording is off.
Yes, yes. And it continuously, I'll just, the last value is also 1. Similarly, the first column is also 1. So look at this, the small n values, very first beginning, the small n value will be 0, right? So therefore the column is also 1, 1, and till the last value is also 1, because you will going to get the last value as wn to the power of n minus 1 into 0, therefore it will be wn to the power of 0, therefore it is 1 itself. So later on you can observe here, this is wn to the power of 1, wn to the power of 2, right? And this is n minus 1 into 1, right? So last value will be wn to the power of n minus 1. So similarly here, wn to the power of, what will be the value here? It is wn to the power of 2, because 2 into, because k value becomes 2 and 2 into the small n value, and this is also multiple values, so 2 into the second value is 2, therefore this continues, and the last n value will be wn to the power of 2. K values is always constant, 2 it is, the last value is n minus 1, right? What will be the last sequence here? wn to the power of k value is n minus 1, right? And the first sequence. Similarly, if I go on calculating this, wn to the power of last value is n minus 1 k value, n value is also n minus 1. So that's how we try to write the matrix, and that is going to be multiplied with your input sequence x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and this is the last sequence will be x of capital N minus 1, right? So this is the linear transformation method, or it is also called as calculating the DFT by matrix method. Okay, any doubts guys here? So if you don't have any doubts, I will move with the next concept, where I try to write the matrix, simplified matrix for 4 point DFT, and one standard matrix you will going to get. You need to remember for all the time. So in order to find out the value of DFT. Is that okay? Or if you have any doubts, please let me know. Shall I move? Okay. The case is, before finding out this value, I'll take one more slide here. I just insert one more slide here. Okay. Okay, look at this. Now let us assume that the value of n is equal to 4, and how it looks like if I go for taking n equal to n equal to 4. Let us assume n equal to 4 here, and now the capital x of n is nothing but x of 0, x of 1 as such, and the last value is x of 3. And now I am trying to calculate the 4-point DFT. So that is where x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, right, x of 3. Fine. So this is the matrix value, 4-point DFT, and k equal to, so this is where k equal to 0 to 3, right? So now the first sequence, that is w4 to the power of 0, right? W4 to the power of 0 into 1, that is also 0. W4 to the power of 0 into 2, that is also 0. W4 to the power of 0 into 3, and here it is also 0. Now let us try to uh, yeah, write the second column, that is w4 to the power of 0 into k is 1, but n value will be 0, hence I will write it at 0 itself. And w4 to the power of, what is this value? K is 1, n is also 1, I will write n, w4 to the power of 1. W4 to the power of k is 1, n is 2, therefore 2 into 1 is 2. W4 to the power of 1, k is 1, but the value of n is 3, so 3 into 1, it is 3. Next, here W4 to the power of 2 into 0, that is 0 here. W4 to the power of 2 into 1, it is 2. W4 to the power of 2 into uh, 2, that is 4. W4 to the power of 2 into 3, that is 6, right? W4 to the power of 6. Now last column, last row, I am sorry, W4 to the power of 0 again. W4 to the power of, the n value is 1 here, therefore it is W4 to the power of, k value is 3, so therefore this is 3 itself. W4 to the power of 3 into, what is the value? Second sequence, that is 0, 1, 2, that is 3 into 2, that is 6 here. W4 to the power of 3 into how much? Third sequence, so this is 9, right? So let me cancel this, let me write it as 9. Okay. And input sequence is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, and x of 3. Okay. Now you know that the value of, what is the value of Wn to the power of Kn? So it is nothing but e to the power of minus j 2 pi by n into k, right? So this is already, we know that. So the Wn to the power of Kn is nothing but e to the power of minus j 2 pi by n into Kn. Now let us write this matrix, rewrite this matrix, so that all the first row is 1, 1, 1, and the first column values is also 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now what is W4 to the power of 1? W4 to the power of 1. What is the value of this one? Yesterday we have, in the last class we have discussed this. Can you remember? It is minus j. Yes, it is very good. It is minus j. What is W4 to the power of 2? What is W4 to the power of 2 here? So I told you the simple technique. W4 to the power of minus 1, W4 to the power of 1 into W4 to the power of 1. So you already have minus j into minus j. So this is equal to minus j square, and which is nothing but minus 1. So therefore this value becomes -1. What is W4 to the power of 3? What is W4 to the power of 3? So it's simple. You already have W4 to the power of 2 into W4 to the power of 1. So this is plus J. Very good. Okay. Now next. Quick, W4 to the power of 2, it is already calculated, that is -1, I will write it as it is. What about W4 to the power of 4? It is nothing but Wn to the power of n. So nth root of unity. It is 4th root of unity here, so it must be 1. W4 to the power of 6. W4 to the power of 6. Quick, -1, but yes, very good. It is -1, not minus j or plus j. Okay, now W4 to the power of 3, it is already calculated, we already have it, j. Now what is W4 to the power of 6? W4 to the power of 6, we already have -1. W4 to the power of 9. W4 to the power of 9. It is minus j. Very good. So this is my standard value, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 2 and x of 3. So now the matrix is ready for 4-point DFT. For any 4-point DFT, whatever the input sequence may be, guys, whatever the input sequence may be, maybe it is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe it is 0, 1, 2, 3, anything. The matrix, this middle factor matrix, this remains constant. So this will not going to be changed. So that's why I told you, if you could able to remember this matrix, keep on changing the values of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. Then if whenever we ask you to calculate the 4-point DFT, the matrix method becomes very easy. Similarly, you can extend this matrix for 6-point DFT and also for 8-point DFT, and try to see to that how the matrix looks like, and the matrix is constant. And again I will tell you the one hint here. If you could able to observe here, I'll just make option of writing this in the next page. If you could able to observe, so this matrix is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and somewhere else in the middle it is 1, right? So above all this, here it is -1, here it is -1, here also it is -1, here also it is -1, right? So this is how most of the times I remember. Of course, I know how to calculate. Even if I forget, I will calculate, or else I have some shortcut methods to remember this matrix. I try to remember this. So here it is -1. So here it is start with -j. Then once it is -j, take this complement. So put it plus j. Here it is -j. Put it complement. Again it will become plus j. So here it is plus j. Take its complement minus. So this is a very simple way how I try to remember my matrix for all the time. And again you have the input sequence x of 0. Now same technique I will try to make use to find out the x of value x of n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. I think this was the example in the last class. I have given it to as a homework. Now let us cross verify your answers whether it is correct or wrong. So I need to calculate 4-point DFT here. So 4-point DFT is nothing but, which are the values? X of capital X of 0, capital X of 1, X of 2 and X of 3. Guys, try to solve this example quickly. It is X of n is 0 here. X of n values, first value is 0, second value is 1, third value is 2 and fourth value is 3. Just go for multiplication of matrix and try to obtain the values of matrix. Quickly, what is the first sequence here? It is obviously 0, and whatever the value you multiply, it becomes 0 itself. 0 plus 0 plus 0 and plus 0 and once again 0. Okay, leave it. 1 into 0, it is also 0. Minus 1 into j, it is minus j. minus 1 into 2 it is minus 2, j into 3 it is plus 3j, right? Okay, now the third row and a column it is 0, first element is 0, minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, my 1 into 2 is plus 2, and minus 1 into j, minus 1 into 3 is minus 3, right? The last row 1 into 0 is obviously 0, plus j into 1, next minus 1 into 2 that is minus 2, minus j plus 3 that is minus 3j. Now what is the final answer here? The final answer is first element is 0, that is x of 0, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah. Uh, 0 into 1 is 0. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is 1 into 0 is 0. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. 1 into 3 is 3. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Okay. This is first sequence is 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. Right? First element is 6. Now, second element is, what's the value? Minus 2. I'll write first real term and then I'll go for writing the imaginary term. Minus j plus 3j, that is minus 2j. Plus 2j. 3 minus 1. Okay. Now the third element, minus 1 plus 2 and minus 3 gives me minus 2, and here I'll write first minus 2 the real element, and complex number minus 3 plus 1 that is minus 2j. So this is my the x of k sequences for 4-point DFT. Is this clear, guys? Any doubt here? Any doubts? Only thing, in the first step I made a little I took a wrong step here. This into this, where I thought here it is 0, so I entirely wrote all the sequence as 0. I'm sorry for that, but it is 1 into 0 0, 1 into 1 1, 1 into 2 it is 2, 1 into 3 is 3. And remember, guys, one hint I will tell you here. One hint I will tell you. The two important points that you should note down here. Whenever you calculate the sequence of x of k, the x of 0, that capital X of 0 is always a DC component. What do you mean by DC component? Look at this and this sequence. Here 2 plus 2j, whenever you say that j term occurs, what does it mean? So it is x plus iy form, which is nothing but e to the power of, in the form of e to the power of j theta. When j occurs, we say that there is a frequency component, right? So when there is no j term, only real term, that we call it as a DC current or a direct current, which means that all the time the first sequence will not be having any frequency component of x of 0. You take any example, because the first sequence, very first sequence, is going to be multiplied with the real numbers, right? 1 2 3, that is 1 1 1. It is real numbers. And here also my input will be discrete, and obviously this number must be real numbers. There will be no imaginary value itself. So obviously the first sequence is nothing but multiplication of with 1. Therefore the first sequence will be always the sum of your input signal. X of k is all the time sum of this signal. Look at this. 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. The first term must be 6. You take any example, you go for the previous example that we solved 1100. If you remember, the very first example we solved is 110, and observe there the x of 0 sequence was 1 plus 1 was 2. You take any value, just I'll give you one more example, and even there you cross verify. The first term is always a DC component, and hence it is also the sum of your input sequence. This point is very, very important, you must remember. And if you go wrong here itself, you will understand that somewhere else, if you get apart from this some of these, and you think that you've gone wrong in some steps. That's it. Okay, and this is always. If it is a 4-point DFT, another important point. There will be a complex conjugate x of 2 and x of 1, that is second sequence, and the last sequence x of 3, capital X of 3, are complex conjugate. Look at this, minus 2 plus 2j. If you calculate this, the next sequence must be antisymmetric. That's where, and it must be complex conjugate. Minus 2 minus 2j. The real number is same. The real part is same, but the imaginary part must be complex conjugate. Here it was plus 2j. Now when you calculate x of 3, it becomes minus 2j. So here also very important. You will going to get these two important points. Understand these two, and rest I'll going to take the few more points are going to be covered in as and when I'll cover the problems. Any doubts, guys? Any sort of doubts here? Are you able to catch this lecture? Okay. This is what the matrix form computation of DFT and IDFT. Now, if I want to calculate the IDFT, what you should do? So try to do the IDFT calculation. So this matrix, this PPT show you that how to calculate the WN values here, and what is xn and x of n. Here the DFT may be expressed as this is capital X of n into twiddle factor into your input sequence x of n, and small x of n. What is the meaning of small x of n? It is nothing but you are trying to find out an IDFT. That's it. You are trying to find out the IDFT. IDFT is nothing but, see, whenever you want to find out this small x of n, this is small x of n is nothing but Wn. I'll take the conjugate of that, and multiplication of your DFT sequences, right? So when we go for let me go for previous slide here. So here this is Wn will be conjugated for IDFT calculation. So the rest value remains same. Wherever j occurs, you replace j by minus j, and wherever minus j occurs, you replace minus j by plus j. That's it. Is that clear? Now let try to find out for the same sequence. Let us take the input sequence as, okay, I'll take the input sequence here. I'll take one blank slide and try to calculate the now look at this in the previous calculation. Try this. So I have a x of k sequence. What was the previous value we got here? That is 6 minus 2 plus 2j, comma minus 2 and minus 2 minus 2j, right? Now you have an input sequence x of k, which is nothing but a DFT values. Just if you look at this k, you should be able to tell that this input is DFT. Okay, then I go for asking you to obtain the inverse of this. So which is nothing but you need to put a IDFT formula and then calculate this. How do you find out? That is nothing but x of n is equal to wn conjugate and into x of n small n, sorry, capital N, capital X, and entire thing you should divide it by n. So let me write this: 1 divided by 4, and here matrix you write it. So that is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Again here it was, as I told you, my simple technique. It is minus 1 1 1 1 and 1, and here it was minus j there. So here it should be plus j, and here it should be minus j, and here this will become minus j and this will become plus j, and the input sequence is x of k values minus 6 minus 2 plus 2j and minus 2 and minus 2 minus 2j. So try to calculate this, guys, and multiply this value. Once you multiply this value, then later on of time you try to divide that by 4 and try to obtain the x of n values. So here we'll stop for the day. Try to calculate and see to that you must get back the values. Which are the values that? So it should be 0 1 2 3 sequence. You must get this answer, right? Okay, for the day, this is for the day, and we'll wind up the session. I hope you got to know about calculating the DFT and IDFT by using linear transformation method, and I also assume that you got to know what is the meaning of linear transformation method.